Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 with Black Ice. So we're going to continue this. Right now we're back to a build-up phase for a war in the Pacific. We are looking at a southern expansion to gain particularly oil, but also rubber. And we're going to eventually see if we can take Australia. That's sort of the goal, or one of the goals. Okay, well, let's build a couple of more naval factories, or dockyards. And we're building another uniform and tank. Not that we're actually not building very many tanks. Well, we're building light tanks, but it could be useful, so we'll build. And I like tanks, so we'll do a tank and a uniform factory. German pressure towards Benelux. Okay, so maybe we'll see a opening on the western frontier. Declares war against the Kingdom of Luxembourg. Oh wow. And they've taken Luxembourg. Wow, that happened fast, but we're playing a bit fast. Let's slow this down now that we're watching some action. Oh, on Belgium. Belgium joins the Allies. And on the Netherlands. Netherlands joins the Allies. Now it looks like they're plunging in towards Paris. Okay, heavy aircraft factory and ammunitions factory reached, and floating airfield. So, we now have some pretty good naval tax. I'm going to do more. I just don't want to start building more transports right now, so we will let's go with this. 37 days, get that research. Okay, AM690 effect, Mitsubishi 0 research finished. So you see that was better than researching it or without that. So fighter and bomber programs, nice, but not right now. That we may want to do, but not right now. I think this, because we want to be able to come down here to push for some of these guys. So southern expansion, 35 days. Oh, and we are going to start production. Let's first look at here. Okay. Plane will have better range, reach more strategic areas for missions. that would be a good, reasonably balanced upgrades to our Zero fighters. So, I'll come down here with the T1 variant. We're going to do 3 factories, so the 3 newest factories here. I'm going to leave some of these others in production here. So, oh, we're going to oh, well, actually, you know, let's cancel these. Forgot we had those other carrier fighters, and we don't need those anymore. So we're going to convert this over to here. Forgot about this. We're going to increase that. We want lots of zeros and our radios, so we probably do want to put radios into production. We need to trade for more oil. We're not getting very much from French Indochina, so let's cancel this entirely. It's not worth trading with them for that. Let's do that with the Reorganized Republic. That should get us basically the oil that we need. Also, I want to make sure, because we need just more factories for some of these things. All of these are good that help us produce what we're already producing more. And I'm not the guy to look for min-maxing math numbers, but I do know that by increasing not the standard naval dockyards, but these types of dockyards, these types of production facilities, increases your production level without increasing your resource costs. So it's really good, and it also so it's really good in that sense. So you can dump in a bunch of more of these. Now what it doesn't do is spread out the types. So if you need, say, 3 or 4 types of artillery in production, you know, an anti-aircraft, an anti-tank, and a medium and light artillery piece, you still need at least 3 or 4 of these things, you know, for the different types of artillery. But this makes all artillery, as you can see there, of different types, produce faster, better, cheaper, without costing any more resources. So they're very, very useful, but they're not a replacement for. They are sort of an augmentation for. Okay, good, and we will increase all of those over time. So you should judiciously, don't put everything there, but do some of that. Looks like the state's messed up there. Looks like it's missing a province there. Parts of that province? Oh, that's weird. Yeah, it's messed up. Okay, infantry offensive. Netherlands have capitulated. Okay. Especially getting that elastic defense and blitz tactics. Those will be very useful as tactical capabilities. Got a reasonable amount of army experience. Haven't yet been tweaking these are things like tank models, which are probably not going to do, or Belgium was capitulated, good, but definitely going to reorganize and do some more changes to divisional OOBs and those kind of things. Now, how are we doing for things like rifles, 6,000, artillery, 2,000, uniforms, 12,000. Okay, because I'm gonna make more garrison units here soon to put on some of these islands. Okay, we're losing those effects, fine. Well, one oil I'm not going to worry about. Maybe that one of our trades aren't as efficient as they should be. Well, no, we just probably needed more. The factories for the zeros are coming online. So you see, we are getting a good deal for both Manchukuo and Reorganized Republic for trading for oil. But it's always best to pull in factories here, like you can see. Get it direct. Let's get Hong Kong, fall of Paris. Okay. Wow, that happened when I wasn't even watching. Well, France is done, as we can see here clearly. They're still fighting, but flight of Rudolf Hess wouldn't have happened. Well, it was still, well, France just capitulated, but wouldn't have happened that way. Do they set up Vichy? And probably some British units still down at there. Submarine yards level 2, good. These are British units most likely, or Free French units or something. Remember what happened to me in my last British series, and units getting trapped when France falls apart. This southern expansion, a few more days. Germany isn't doing very well up here this time. And as you can see, second armistice at Campienne, okay. We have the potential here of getting a bunch of rubber and oil. Okay, so that's Vichy forming, well, good. Southern expansion, medium artillery, good, good, and good. So we're going to demand French Indochina now. We're not going to strike the USA until we're really ready for that. And no point in doing that early. And in fact, guys, tell you, well, I don't know if I'm, or when or if I'm going to do that. I may just wait for the US to go to war with us, because I think it's a stupid move to go to war with the US. We're going to try to take as much as we can down here, though, to build a East Asian co-prosperity sphere as a bulwark against that, and then if they allow us to get all that done, then jump in and get the Philippines and some of these other islands that are in the center of us. That's sort of what I'm thinking, though. Of course, events may overtake me, so those are good, those are good. ready for that. Well, if we do this, 79 days, a better army-based fighter. Early. Or do we go for the better? Oh, that's way, way far away. Yeah, it's just, we could do that, but I might as well just wait because we already got a good 0. This Nave fighter, and not maybe useless, but we don't need that. This is probably good enough along with our 0s, so let's grab that. Nice enough. Ah, what does the British want to do? Ask for military access from the United Kingdom. Decline. Yeah, we're still just... Oh. Clock, go ahead. Come on, roll forward. We want Indochina. That will get us a bunch of resources, some more factories and everything. Uniform factory level 2. Okay, they're cutting out stacks of cloth. That's what that is. Those are stacks of cloth, all well marked on the top, cut down. Bunch for the same size. Cool image. So, we've got this naval bomber, which is good. We'll replace that. Let's improve our carrier bombers. Get them more modern instead of what we're currently using. Let's speed up things just a little bit. I don't know if there's anything much to watch. Naval fighting. Is Italy in the war? Yeah, they're in the war. Okay. Yeah, they're taking this here. Oh, good. Operational destruction. Now, fighter veteran initiative, or ground attack veteran initiative. Well, we're gonna do fighter's agility, air support. Well, we're gonna do fighter agility. We want to win air wars against the U.S. That is our mission, due in multiple fronts. Oh man, we're back to depth charges or another attack. Okay. This is, of course, where we're lagging behind. Well, let's improve more than what? Mountain equipment. Oh, here. Yeah, we're gonna do that instead. Ah. Now, we have the ability to build radar stations. So before the war gets really going, let's build some of these guys. There we go. Hopefully they'll build reasonably fast. Seeing there are 3,300, where this is 9,000. And we also have more, so let's build or put more towards building submarines. Tank factory. Okay, good. Yes, let's look at this guy here. No improvements available. Okay, well, we'll just then make sure that we're selecting for that replacement. There we go. Anything else we need to update? No. Okay, good. Decimate. Radar, which will sort of earlier ones are technically like radio detection, but now we're going to do this. Improve research time. Decrease research time. And infantry armor coordination now. I'm going to leave those alone, I think. Machine gun defenses, infantry recovery rate. I like that. We might as well have the radar out there earlier now than trying to build it once we're at war or something. The Italians are pushing into North Africa. Okay, German Reich infantry equipment. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, I'm looking at this both on how well things like the Norway invasion are going from a game perspective. How well is this sort of British fighting the Germans here going, which is shouldn't still be happening. I mean, Germany should have enough forces to come in and be crushing this, but they're not. How well is this doing? And are they doing anything like insane? Like, is Romania declaring war on Spain or something? You know, obviously they're not doing anything insane, which is good. This is just AI. I don't know what's going on there in detail, but it's good to play these types of games and look around. Wow, doing stuff over here. Okay, guys, well. Okay, demand Indochina. you gonna do about it? Okay, well, we're going to now befriend Siam. Not pressure, we're gonna befriend it. Hopefully it'll make it a nice little ally of ours. One of the things I think with pressuring it is sort of needed to do for the AI is Japan isn't necessarily good at invading down here, but if they have this occupied, okay, French accepts our demands. Real good. Wise move. Oh, we've got all of this. But so if they if the AI, you know, if Japan is sitting with its armies up here, and Siam, who doesn't have much armies, might not be able to take this, and Japan just might not be able to get its act together to invade. But we as humans can set up good invasions or move around, so it's much better that way. Okay, so enough talking about that for the moment. Okay, so now we've got more military factories. Okay. We need more HQ radios, but we're building. We're not building enough support equipment, so we can increase that by 1. Okay. So we'll increase support equipment production by 1. Also, support equipment by 1. I want to... Where's garrison equipment? Increase it, because I want to make some more garrison units, so... Down here at the bottom, yeah. We'll do that. And then that leaves 3. So where is our, here we go. So we're going to do that, that. And we also got 3 more shipyards, dockyards. Okay, we're going to, let's add a, well, we should build some more carriers. That's 6,100, 8,000, so it's bigger one. So we're gonna, let's do this, and this, and we're going to finish completing that one, and that's not even worth it. Cancel. Not enough of it was built. We're going to fully support that. And I think I want to do more destroyers. Just for 1, but get that into production as we increase things here. Now, we may need to do radars, so we're going to let those go for the moment. But let's add 1 more radar down here. Try to look out into the ocean somewhat. Okay, the Nakajima KI-44. Okay, Japan's, okay, Indochina. The announcement out to the world. Okay, so that was that. So we bypassed that. So we're going to switch production from those to those. Are we here yet? No. We're not going to do that. June 40. Let's I just want to do that. Oh, and we need to... I think we have... Oh, well. Even with all of that, we... Let's see, are we importing rubber from anybody? Manchukuo. Let's cancel this. Because we have plenty of rubber. We can sell it to somebody else. We're not importing. We are importing, but we don't need to be, so... Are we importing any of this? No. Aluminum. We still sort of need that a little bit. And oil. Hoping to get rid of the Soviet needs, but with French Indochina, but not yet. Okay, Nakajima. Aircraft. Torpedo aircraft, good. Let's... And... Well, first, let's come over here. And these guys still have a decent amount of air. Greater flight performance. I like to drop tanks because we can really extend the range. There we go, 30. We'll spend that on these guys. And here, not doing the range so much because these are going to, well, some of these may very well be placed on land bases as well, but it's sort of a carrier. So range is nice, but is not, in my opinion, as critical. So carrier bombers, so that would be these, the Type 1 for those. The Army fighters, that would be these, the Type 1s. So those are getting a big, massive improvement. And what have we got here? Oh, bigger howitzers. Yeah, we want to put those into production. I don't know that we have, well, we have one factory, so that'll be good. We'll get those into production so that we can fight with European powers with more effectiveness, not just deal with under-equipped Chinese units. Well, the Netherlands have finally capitulated. Okay. The Chinese could fight okay when they were trained and led well. That's the dual caveats, because yeah, you got good leadership, but if you don't have good training, it doesn't work. And if you have good training, but you have terrible leadership, and that could be anywhere from the leadership within the unit, you know, or second Vienna word, or just you know, hold here wherever here is, and you know, end up dying because you get surrounded and cut off and destroyed. So if you're both well trained and well led, Chinese could fight all right. But so much of the army was vastly poorly trained, and the leadership, sorry to say, much of it wasn't well trained as well. And part of it comes down to elements like these of, you know, communications and other sort of fundamentals that, you know, the Chinese army just did not have as a ingrained capability. Now let's do better radar. Be able to stack it up better. And what do we need more production of? HQ radios, it looks like. Yes, so we will produce more HQ radios. Ramp those up, generally speaking. Well, with Germany ascendant in Europe, mostly, still haven't taken out Norway, we've grabbed French Indochina, so our empire is now all the way along the coast with a puppet in the reorganized China. So we're doing really well. I think we're going to end the episode here. So I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank you for liking. And if you haven't already, please subscribe on YouTube or follow me over on Twitch so you can get notifications and join me live as we have done today. And of course, please post comments, suggestions, questions, ideas. I love hearing from you. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.